From landing the roles as Kim in Miss Saigon, Eponine in Les Miserables, she's earned great accolade and recognition through nominations and winning awards such as the Dora Mavor Moore Award for Best Actress in a Musical. This is Filipino-Canadian singer and actress Anne Dionisio, and she's here in Vancouver as part of a new musical titled Closer Than Ever. Pinoy Buzz got to sit down with Anne for a one-on-one interview to get the inside scoop from everything we see on stage to what we don't get to see backstage.
Di mo man silid, ito'y nandirito pa rin. Kung ang lahat ay mayroon.
For the most part, I was really grateful for the opportunity to start, or to have been given an opportunity to play a role that's closer to my actual age, because I think because of the Filipino genes, or whatever you want to call it, I look younger than I'm supposed to be, and I'm not complaining, because obviously then I still get hired for these roles that I otherwise wouldn't have, but it's also nice to play. I sort of shied away from actual Broadway work for a while, because in my head, coming from the Philippines, that was like the big city and that was really hard. And in fact, when I first did my first show there, I was really depressed for like 6 weeks, because it was too much for me. Like the city was too much, and then you kind of learn how to find your little pockets of peace here and there, and you know, you have a handful of friends that you can trust and be safe with while you're doing your work. And my son was with me at the time. He was only 2, 3 or something. Yeah. So that was fun until we just found like our little pockets of happiness. But in the beginning, it was really, really tough, and it's not very dissimilar to other experiences anyway. Like a theater is a theater. Of course, there's the prestige of like having been on a Broadway stage.
At sa'yong paglisan, ang tanging pabaon ko ay pag-ibig. Is the one gods of the sun bring it to me? You will be who you want to be. You can choose whatever.
If I may be so bold, I learned how to sing in church. Like, that's all I sang is singing in church. That's and listening to your uncles and aunts sing karaoke. That's about it, right? And then just before I left the Philippines, just by fluke, I happened to be part of ABS-CBN's Discovery 88, where it was kind of like a national talent search headed by Chara Santos and Lina Boca. And they were looking for talent all across the country, and I was chosen, and I was the only one that was the singer. And then so they had a recording contract for me, and so I was doing that for a bit, and they launched me at the Sharon Cuneta show, so I got to sing with Atisha, which was like one of my favorite moments in my life, because she's so sweet. And same with Gary Valenciano, like all the big, my heroes. But that was it. It was also very short-lived, because we had to move to Canada right away. So, and they had all these big plans. But obviously, they even asked my parents if I could stay, if they could keep me.
Press your little hands to my face and bless my journey.
Beautiful. I've been very blessed, like I said, for the last almost 25 years now of steady work and just meeting new people and having new adventures and experiences and growing in that way as a person and being able to share that with my children. That's also awesome. But yeah, I've been very, very blessed. I mean, I can't begin even to explain like what that did for all of us, like with Leia, like basically. And I mean, she's still doing it now, like with Allegiance. Unfortunately, that just closed over the weekend. But it certainly kind of, if you will, like put us on the map of sorts, right? And then just recently, there was like a whole onslaught of actually Asian productions. So right now they have The King and I there, and remember they just had Here Lies Love, and now those people that were in those productions are now welcomed into other productions. So I know a couple of friends that are in School of Rock. So it's kind of cool because then because they were showcased as performers, then it's kind of becoming more and more diverse, as you say.
Ika'y nandirito pa rin kung ang lahat ay mayroong katapusan.
At the end of the day, you know your truth, and if you're giving, your best, it's like that's your best. So whatever, everyone has a different preference, right? So they're gonna say what they're gonna say anyway, whether it's good or bad. Everything has to be taken with a grain of salt because it's a preference. You just do what you do. You have to know that it's not like all easy. Like it requires a lot of discipline and a lot of hard work. So it's one thing to know that you've been given like a talent, let's say, but then it's what you do with it, and if you do your work with integrity and then the other work will follow too, because then people enjoy working with you. That's it. There's not really a secret recipe for it. It's just it's hard work. You have to be willing to work hard.
Makakarating rin sa paroroonan at sa iyong paglisan ang tanging papaon ko ay pag-ibig.
Hi, this is Anne Dionisio, and you're watching Pinoy Buzz with Janice Lozano.
When you hurt, you're awake. When you wake, you're alive. I read in a book that the pain that you feel is the right sort of pain. It's the proof that you're real.
You wanna be my friend? You wanna be my friend? I am tired of being the greatest girl a man has ever met. I got enough friends. Wanna be your friend?
Come on.
The birds are singing. Strange feelings rise, feelings with no name, and I can't face them, so I shake them hard.
And that's what brings the ache that only the good guys know. I don't care if you are not my first, as long as you're the first to be my last. Clear